know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you. That's what Sean Carter done to me.
Wow.
His ass need to be in jail right now.
He next. Jay-Z.
Nah, we can go handle that real quick.
Why do you want to be sued?
Because I want to have to go to court.
Well,
Because see, if I go to court, I gotta swear on the Bible to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And I believe in the God that they say that it's all about, so I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'll give you this one for free. Big L fuck better than you do, nigga. I'd rather be with that dead man than ever be with you.
So how do you know how Jay-Z get down? You know that from experience, or?
Don't worry about that part. I'll tell it on the stand.
Oh, wow.
When he takes me to court for defamation of character, I'll tell him how well I know you, Sean.
Storm sent me the clip himself.
So did Storm chop and screw it? Because it came from his channel.
Telling you it's a lie, telling you it's been debunked, telling you there is a video that you can go see where a trained video editor pulled out all of the AI tricks that Storm Monroe was using to save this video for this very.
Because I'm an editor. I'm like a senior editor. I've been editing for over 20 years, and I was able to catch all the glitching and all of the cuts and editing that's out of sequence.
And you're recruiting for your stable.
Now, you guys see right here. You see right here that Storm is obviously on his phone texting. And if you look at S.C. Berry, it looks as if she's looking at her phone as well. And it definitely, in my opinion, looks like they may be texting each other.
You want to have the girls out there that make it look fun. That make porn
Then
look
he puts
easy.
his phone down.
Look
This
at
is
young
where I
Miami.
zoomed in.
I'm saying all this shit and then more. And people don't understand. People, when you see stuff like that, it's a trauma. You are.
So right here, if you notice, all of a sudden, you seen that Jaguar was moving, right? It looked like maybe she spit out some spit or whatever. Why all of a sudden does her face go completely solid still? And at the same time that her earring is moving, so is the dustpan. So I'm gonna run that back so that you guys can see that, because I'm explaining to you as an editor what I saw and why I was stopping and pausing it.
All this shit and then more. And people don't understand.
See how she spits?
People, when you.
So take a look. See how she spits, right? And the rest of her body's moving, and all of a sudden her face goes completely solid still.
You know what I'm saying? All this shit and then more. And people don't understand.
She spits, right? Then all of a
People,
sudden,
when you see
it's
stuff like
almost
that,
like someone stopped the video. Because all of a sudden there's zero movement here. It's like she's frozen.
There's also other people that were there at the original broadcast that have also sent what they screen recorded at the time before it was edited. See, if you're going to call yourself a blogger and a journalist,
I didn't call myself a blogger and a journalist. I'm a content creator.
I never fully believed Jaguar Wright's claims when it came to a lot of the things she would say about certain people. But at the same time, a lot of these celebs she has been calling out are the same celebs I've always been suspicious about, such as Jay-Z, Diddy, Common, Mary J. Blige, etc. And even though I tune her out when she starts going on about celebrities doing witchcraft and worshiping the literal devil, I am fully aware that there are ritualistic practices similar to hazing that industry people will partake in and inflict onto others. So even though I've always been skeptical about some of her specific accusations, I always put her comments in the back of my mind when I'd be looking deeper into a lot of these people. So a while back, Jaguar had gone on to multiple black YouTuber channels to discuss some of the heinous fucking shit that Jay-Z had done to her. She made statements accusing Jay-Z of raping her, and that what Jay did to her is even worse than what Diddy did to Cassie, which are astronomical accusations, let's be real. And I'm going to say this. When I consider Jay-Z's past with underage female artists, the way he has betrayed his old friends, and the fact that almost every single friend in his close circle has evidence against them for being some kind of sexual deviant or degenerate, needless to say, I'd be more shocked if Jay-Z never sexually assaulted someone versus if he did. And I'll straight up say that I do believe the accusations against Jay-Z, even if some aspects are blurry for the victim to remember. However, just because I believe Jay-Z is most likely a sexual deviant does not mean I'm saying he is for a fact. I'd need more physical evidence and witnesses like Diddy has to confidently say that I believe for a fact that Jay-Z is rapist, pedophile, deviant, whatever. But when Jaguar made her claims about Jay-Z on multiple platforms, she looked straight into the camera, stating that what he did to her was a fact. Now, when I saw these interviews of hers, for some reason, I always thought that she was speaking in metaphors regarding her experience with Jay-Z. I don't fucking know. Like maybe taking, other stories of victims and kind of intertwining them with hers. I don't know. But needless to say, I was happy to see someone doubling down on calling out Jay-Z because his reach throughout the industry makes him appear untouchable, and he very much moves like he is untouchable. So I thought her unhinged moment on Piers Morgan would give existing victims enough courage to come forward with their own true stories and their own evidence. So you can probably imagine how fucking disappointed I was to see Jag going off on those same black YouTubers she interviewed with and saying that they all lied about her being a victim of Jay-Z and that she never said that, and that they edited everything to make her look like she made those accusations about Jay-Z. And of course, the YouTubers in question showed their evidence that Jag said this because these interviews were live, but not so fast, because Jag now claims that these bloggers hired a master editor to use AI to make it look like, and I guess sound like, she was accusing Jay-Z of assault and basically threatening everyone that she's going to sue them or get people to go to their front doorsteps and intimidate them if they showed this quote unquote AI edited footage, live footage. And it's sad because at that point, she could have just admitted that she lied about Jay-Z assaulting her and that she made it up so real victims could come forward or some shit. Like, she'd still have to be held accountable for lying, but at least it would make some of her other claims still look, plausible to some extent. But for her to moonwalk back all of her accusations against Jay-Z, it feels like a fucking betrayal. And her threatening YouTubers for calling this out makes her look even more fugazi. Like, just because you want to pretend you never said that shit doesn't mean everyone else needs to lie for you. You're the one who chose to recant your accusations towards Jay-Z. All these YouTubers and bloggers did was give you a platform to rant about what you convinced everyone to be your own experiences. That doesn't mean they're obligated to believe you and backtrack when you backtrack. I've wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt because at one point I did believe at least, I don't know, like 25% of some of her claims. You know, at least about how sick these industry hip hop fucks are. But now I don't even want to hear anything she has to say, because how the fuck are you going to blame everyone else for what you said and then go a step further to accuse live footage of being AI doctored when the artificial intelligence that exists now would not be able to be edited so easily and make it look and sound so seamless? Like, and on top of all that, I'm really irritated at how many people are trying to piggyback off these cases, Diddy cases. And I feel so sorry for all of the victims of Diddy and possibly even Jay-Z, because all this nonsense in these YouTube streets is going to turn the Diddy trial into a fucking kangaroo court. You got a random woman, Misha, on the internet trying to take the identity of one of the actual victims and claiming to be a whole white woman, Anna Kane. You got Crash Out, Adria English, claiming Quincy Combs is a double agent and a good guy because he fed girls who were basically locked up in Diddy's house. He fed them underneath the door. Then you got Ray J raging. Diddy's lawyers are intimidating victims on his behalf. Victims' lawyers are either chasing media attention or being threatened to drop lawsuits. And celebrities at these Diddy parties are claiming they were there but never saw shit. Or there are celebs claiming they were there and they are being silenced when it comes to speaking out about this Diddy shit. And I don't know, I can't help but to think that all of this media chaos has been designed to make the public second guess all of these accusations. And even though it's up to the, jury to basically, say if it's guilty or not, I feel as though I feel as though this is very much designed to get enough of the public, in disarray, so that ends up affecting the jury and whatnot, and and more likely going to lead to biases amongst the jury. And sadly, many low-functioning normies have already stated, well, if so-and-so person lied in their accusations, then I don't believe anyone's accusations, not even Cassie's. Because stupid-ass bitches like to think that if one person is lying about someone, then everyone else must also be lying about that same someone. So, moral of the fucking story, tell the truth, even if the truth makes you look bad. And if you ever get caught in a lie, just fucking admit to it. Explain why you felt like you had to lie. And prepare for people to not forgive you. And for fuck's sake, don't crash out on the people who uplifted your voice because you want to choose to backtrack on your own statements. Just because you want to pretend you never said that shit doesn't mean everyone else needs to pretend as well. Come on. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to cover for now when it comes to this Diddy trial shit. I've been wanting to make this kind of video for a while, but my new job has been whooping my fucking ass. And I also want to remind you all to keep a lookout for Syria and its citizens. Recently, Syria has been taken over by former Al-Qaeda terrorists thanks to Israel, Turkey, and the US funding. You know how they do. And if y'all thought Syria was under a dictatorship as a secular state, wait till the HTS rebels enact Western-funded Sharia law. Hooray. Ideally, my prediction will be wrong, but history tells us it's only going to get worse in the Middle East. So yeah, definitely keep up with that story. And okay, that's all I'm going to cover for now. Remember to educate yourselves before committing to a belief. And don't be a pedophile. Bye.